Okay. Are we recording?
Yep.
Okay. Welcome to the West, a Dishonored RPG that we run whenever the heck we feel like it. Or excuse me, whenever the void we feel like it. Ooh. Yeah. So last session, you guys did a lot of stuff in Sunline. You were briefed about the location of Dr. Oris Atlee, who is not only somehow tied to Anton, also is in possession of a spike. He is located at the Soul Spring Spa and Resort. Or, excuse me, Ski Lodge and Resort, I believe. No, wait. It's just called Mountain and Resort. There we go. Gotta get my formal titles right. So you heard about that. You did a fair bit of shopping. One of you tried to sell orange juice. And tried to put it into a flask with a giant... never mind. One of you got involved in a bar fight that was actually technically a fight club. What else am I missing?
Okay, so the thing back at the ship, some additional information about the spikes. We made a plan to go to Soul Spring.
There's a break-in.
With us. And then the frequency killer thing happened at the very end.
Yes, that's right.
Turns out he's the
Very
broker.
important.
Yep.
Trying to kill the opera star of the opera that Jacob Reed was going to, which of course could not stand. So we saved him, and we tried to kill the broker, but it didn't work because he is a pain in the rear. That's about what happened.
Yeah. He kind of is. Also, I will say that I didn't just throw the broker frequency killer.
And we know, Spencer, you planned this all from the start. Every single interaction, every reaction, every reaction that we were going to do from our backstories analyzed. You know, at this point, everything's been planned from the start. There's no improv. There's no improv
planning through the roof.
The level is planning. Yes. That's why his closet can't close, because he has all those billboards of, like, he puts them up, and it's that meme of the guy. It's like, and then this connects to this.
Now he's subconscious.
And then once, see, it's not closing! It's not closing!
Wait.
He moved them out! He moved them out onto the floor! That's why you see it open and then close it.
Alright, there you go. There's your proof.
Yep.
There's no board in there. I'm not a maniac.
You had to move it out, and then you could shut the door. That's why it didn't close all the way. Alright, anyway, you can continue.
So, we did kind of leave off with you guys ready to go to Soul Spring, but I know one of you has some errands that he wants to run.
Alright. I guess after the short scene of Sab just on the ground, pointing to his neck, and
oh yeah, he did cut all of your necks.
Fix my throat, guys. My voice has changed twice in my life, and it's not happening a third time. So, after that,
well, still, Mikhail he's doing triage, so he worked with some other folks first, but you would eventually be next. Woo! I thought that was a 7. It's a 1.
Yeah.
Good for Mikhail. That's 3 successes. You're good. I'm not going to account for stress damage right now because I know you guys are going to have to sleep tonight anyways, so you're all good.
Weekend dead? No, we don't.
Yeah. You will not die today. I will confirm that. The one time I will tell you guys that you are safe.
Quick, let's throw ourselves in danger.
Reed does have one request before he goes to bed.
Who?
Reed.
Okay, gotcha. Thought you said Lee.
No, Reed.
Okay, Reed.
Did we save the guy?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Gray would cut the restraints on oh shoot, he had a name. I believe it was Bernard. No, Bertrand.
Yeah.
On Bertrand. And he would be a little scuffed. It looks like the broker took a knife to him, slashed him a couple times across the arms and legs and torso, but he seems to be alive and very, very thankful. Oh, thank you so very much. Oh, I suppose that's what I get for trying to make refusing strange void people.
Don't mention it. Say, I think I might be dying. Can you give me one last request?
Reed, you're not dying. You're gonna be
Sing
fine.
a song for me.
Of course, you saved my life.
Sing the song you were going to sing tonight at the opera.
Dang it.
It's time.
You were getting
Yep. So you remember when you guys just said that I had everything prepared and had boards full of things that I had prepared?
Spencer,
I do
Google an
not.
opera song and then sing it. That's all you gotta do. Just Google an opera song.
The Queen of the Night aria.
Yeah.
You should know that one.
What?
I'm
Queen of
good.
the Night aria.
Look it up. Sing it.
I don't know that one.
Are you not an experienced soprano?
Hey, excuse me, he's a baritone.
We can use our imaginations.
Mentally
It's fine.
transpose it and sing it while sight reading.
I guess so.
One of our studio audience.
Yeah.
I am very sorry to say, unless all of you are demanding that I sing a song, I don't have a song prepared. So he would sing something from, I believe it was called The Plight of Peril's Fleet. Or, no, The Hero of the Fleet. He would sing something from the opera that he had prepared. Well, Mikhail looks you over and immediately says, "Oh, you're fine."
Reed's just lying there on the ground with tears running down his cheeks as he listens to the song.
All right, there you go. I do sometimes prepare songs, and he did sing something last session. Technically,
You know.
it's just not what he'd sing again because it was a jingle for a railway company in Morley.
We'll expect you to record yourself singing opera between this session and next to upload.
Hey, that was recorded last session. There's already proof of it.
Audience demands more.
Yeah, no, I mean, if he's saying a whole opera song from this Hero of the Fleet, I think you gotta, I mean, my immersion would just be broken if you didn't.
Well, too bad. I don't always
Sing
have
it
to
well.
appease you.
Anyway, back at the ship. Yeah, so it's Sab's errands. I've narrowed his list down. This is the list. It's just all those black lines. There's not as many things now. I don't think you'll have to do everything. So first, this is a little this is in meta land. I'm saying, okay, let's not look for Dexon now, because we want to go to the springs. So we'll save going to Inspector Alt and stuff like that. I don't know if that was a hint from Spencer or not, but that's what I'm taking as.
It was not. I tried to take a screenshot of Josh while drinking apple juice.
Alright.
I want to see someone redraw that. Just redraw that as Jacob Reed.
Just trace it over and do that. Alright, so I guess if we're on the ship, then Sab can do some stuff there and they can head into town, basically.
And some of this may take place not necessarily after the whole broker thing, because you technically had a full day to do that sort of thing while other folks were running errands. So time is inconsequential right now, just like the void.
Cool. So Sab was thinking to himself, what are some things I need? I need throwing knives. and I also need to refuel my leg. And divvy up the gold. Give the rune to Anton and whiskey. So, if I'm correct, there's mostly 3 things out in the town that he's going to be doing. He's buying knives, buying whiskey. He's also going to go and try and buy healing elixirs.
Okay.
Smart.
That's pretty big. So I'm guessing first thing he does is he divvy up the gold bars. I don't know, chop them up, deposit them. I think everyone gets 750 from that. So here you go, everyone.
Gold bars from like the ship?
The safe we
From
cracked.
Ooh.
Yes,
Nice.
from the safe that we cracked. Also, as I guess he was heading out or something, he tossed or maybe when he came back, just had the rune, walked into Anton's room, put down, enjoy, and then just left.
What? Second time today.
Oh yeah. Reed's also.
Oh, that also happened.
Reed's also gonna want to talk to Heisel before the night's over.
Yeah, I've got a couple conversations to have. That works.
Yeah. Same.
Can we
So
first do Sab and his mini errands?
Yeah. 100%.
Sab's many errands. So Sab went. Does Smiley have like most of the stuff that he's looking for, or
Yeah,
they
Smiley
have a
has
cheaper option mostly?
Yeah, he runs the best general goods store.
Okay.
General goods.
Generally,
Thank you.
It would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Go there. Generally, it would be a good idea to go there. Let's see. Okay, so I guess he goes to the store and, just as bold as brass asks, "Hi, Smiley. Do you happen to have any throwing knives?"
Well, that is a very particular request. Yes, I do.
Have like a 3 set or something like that.
I think I got exactly what you're looking for. There was this company, Marsden and Sons, that they tried to make this sort of thing, dual-purpose weapons and tools. So I got a set of steak knives that are also doubling as throwing knives. Will that work for you?
That'll work.
All right. It was a stupid idea. Nobody wanted it, but hey, someone walks in looking for throwing knives. Works for me.
All right, how much are you thinking today, Mr. Smiley?
Good question. Value of these is kind of gone down, so I'll say 50 notes. Brand spanking new, they used to be 250.
That seems reasonable. I'll take that. Just puts the money down.
He slide over the case. It is a pretty ornate case. It's like a cutlery box.
Cool. Sad just like opens it up, looks at them. Cool. Takes one, puts it in the sheath there. Takes the other 2, just to his
It is a
coat.
set of 6.
Set of 6.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. That's even better. So I'll just leave the rest in this
Fancy
box
case.
for now. It's in the box. All right, thank you. I'm also looking for any Sokolov's Miracle Elixir, if I'm correct with what the name was.
Well, I mean, it's Sokolov and Joplin now, but
No one cares about Joplin.
he is kind of a pervert. Fair. Yeah, so I have some of those. Those are gonna run you a little bit. That'll be 220 per elixir.
220 per elixir. Do you have a package deal?
If you get 2 of them, it'll be 210 per elixir. It's the best I can do.
210 per elixir. be carry the 5. Oh yeah, that could work. Yeah, I'll take that. That's good. Good business right there. It's like a percentage deduction. Alright, thank you. So he takes the 2 elixirs with him. By the way, have you ever heard of anyone like distilling elixirs so that they have like not as much effect, but they're maybe in like separate bottles?
Bootlegs.
Yeah.
I don't sell that kind of thing here.
Oh, I'm just implying that are they able to be made? Like from... I'm not selling them, they're for friends!
Yeah, you can do that. All you gotta do is just kind of water down the recipe that you have there, if you want. I can... I have a recipe for distillation that you can try. Not making your own, but it'll give you a little bit more worth out of what you got.
I'll take it. Yeah. That coin or is that in the house? I know how to climb, so I can get on the house. It's okay.
Say... So, what am I doing? Yeah, here, let me copy it down for you. It's very quickly. Very short. And so he would basically hand to you, I'm not going to detail it, but a way to distill S&J elixirs if you have them. So basically, what it allows you to do is to basically take them at half dosage, so that you'll recover 50% of stress points. Yeah. And you get more of them, so you'll have 4 now, technically.
Yeah, that is exactly what I was wanting to do. So
yeah,
he will distill those.
You can distill it even further if you want. 8 of them and 25 per. Wait, math.
So he'll probably distill those just once, so all 50 or. Yeah, probably he'll do that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, he'll do that like later tonight. Okay, so that is. Knives, throwing knives. I still have my brass knuckles, right? I don't think I lost them, but I don't think they were written on my character sheet, so.
Yeah, I don't think you ever lost those.
Yeah, so I don't have to go get those, which is good. Okay, I need some whale oil. So, enough to power my leg. So either, it might be good to have a little whale oil on us. So Sab's gonna head down to the...
I'll say now, before you do anything, if your character probably remember, Jacob Reed has a tank of whale oil in his, with all the rest of his equipment and machinery.
Oh yeah, I just remembered conveniently that Jacob Reed has a whale oil in his thing.
Wow.
I can probably steal that later. Let's see, anything else? Talk to people, refuel leg, that'll work. I need to check on that thing. Gotta buy that. Buy whiskey. Smiley, do you have any whiskey?
Do I have whiskey? Of course I have whiskey.
The most flammable burning kind you have.
Alright, that'll run you... Did you just say the most burning kind you have?
Yeah, tastes the best.
He totally saw through that and he doesn't care. Okay. The real high-proof stuff, that'll be 20 notes per bottle.
Okay. I'll take 1 bottle. Thank you.
You are.
Okay. Wait, that was 20 notes. Not 200 notes. That's nice.
Yep, that's right.
You might get 2 then. Why not? You gotta, live life a little bit. As you do.
Enough.
There we go. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's see.
All right. Well, hey, if you or any of your friends need specially crafted armor, you know where to find me.
Really, you make that?
Well, I make modifications to clothes, make them a bit more durable.
Oh.
A little bit more safe.
Yeah.
Live in dangerous times.
Yeah, you do. I might talk to you about that at some point. I have a bit of a project to do. I don't know if it would quite be clothes modification. Do you think you could put like a piece of bone on a back of a jacket?
Say that again?
I think you could put a big bone on the back of a jacket.
Oh, like a bone charm?
Yeah, but or just a big whale bone. Or something like that.
Probably. Sounds like a pretty easy job.
Or something like that.
I don't know how big you're talking, but...
Talking a good sizable, stuff. But I'll talk about the details. I'll make a note of that.
Fair enough.
Owns jacket. Cool. Alright. I'll do that. Yeah, I think that's it. Alright, see you, Smiley. Do you know where Estimber's private collection is? It's a book rental club or something.
Oh, yes, Ernsteiber's place.
Ernsteiber's, yeah.
Yes, that's in the Heights. Very fancy club.
Oh. Go to the Heights. I'll go to the dock. Wait, no, I don't have to go to the docks. I got that already. We haven't had the books. They haven't complained, so we'll do that later. Alright, see ya.
Have a good day.
Sav heads back to the ship. Yeah, so he has a few people he's gonna talk to. Mostly it's the protectors. Those would probably be private conversations. There'd be a few that wouldn't be. It's mostly with LG, and then some with the main protectors, just catching up on information and stuff.
Alright. You'd find, LG's technically going on the trip with you guys to Soul Spring, so you'd find him packing in a room.
Oh, LG. I was wondering if you had any free time. There was a few things I wanted to catch you guys up on. Is Ren around?
Of course. Yeah, you want to talk to Ren?
Yeah, I also want to talk to you about some Voidy stuff.
Ooh, I like Voidy stuff. I'll go fetch her real quick. I'll be right back.
Alright.
And very quickly, he would bring Ren and shut the door behind you guys in his room.
Alright.
So, what can we help you with?
Okay, so first I was just wondering if you had any general orders or stuff like that. Me being a protector and all. Anything?
Yeah, absolutely. This is Ren. The thing that your group right now is embarking on is perfect for where you are at right now. We have people there that are experienced agents that may or may not be consisting of someone that would be willing... Wait a second. Did someone say that they would train you? This is me.
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're still looking. So, first off, you'll be with an experienced protector here. I'm flattered. And there will be more over there that may need some assistance. There's 3 agents deployed to Soul Spring right now. So, this mission will be acquiring a spike that we need and figuring out what's going on with them. So just get to know them. Maybe that you'll find someone that is looking for an apprentice, a trainee.
No.
Get that spike.
Is there someone who needs training?
No, that would be.
Oh, that's
you.
me. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Boy, howdy, do I need training? There's one thing I always need. It's training. Boy, howdy. Circus wasn't enough. That's what they always said.
Stab.
Yep, sir.
Stab.
Yeah.
Training to become a protector isn't just physical stuff. I've seen you in combat. You're capable.
Yeah.
But I'm a very honest, some might say brusque, individual.
Yeah, they would say brusque. I mean,
You need... You need stability. And that's something that can be trained through rigorous discipline.
Yeah. Okay.
Listen, I know what I was like when I was your age. Did I just say that?
I don't think you knew what I was like when you were in your age. Sam, I don't know if you knew what I was like at your age.
What's that?
How old are you again? He mumbles. I don't think you knew how I was at your how I was at your age. How old are you again?
It's a good question. I'm 38.
Ah. Okay, so yeah, probably.
Dang it.
Trying to get this.
I want to see someone draw over it.
I will send you a selfie of myself drinking juice out of a bottle.
Please do, we'll mean that.
This is what being an adult means, living on your own.
Yeah.
Drinking juice straight out of the bottle.
True, though.
If there's any other way.
Yeah. I'm practicing for when I'm a dad someday.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
important.
Yeah, training. As we were talking about training. Yeah, well, okay, we can do that. Sounds like something we can do. Yep. Sounds like we'll do that. Anyway, yeah, so I'll do that, get to know them, we'll figure out the stuff. Okay, any other business order stuff?
I think that should be it.
Okay, my turn. I had the page, but I lost it. Don't worry. This will be important. Okay. Oh boy, do I have stuff to report. Alright, so first of all, we were like going after Sybil Hastings, and then she was like totally evil, as predicted. She's
Sybil
working with
Hastings? The inventor of the radio.
Oh, not the inventor of the radio. The Sybil Visconti. There we go.
Okay.
That one. Inventor of the Scantite. Alright, so we were going and, fighting their house, and then the pirates show up, who she's probably working with. And then, never guess what happens, is their ship gets blown out of the sky by a vessel known as the Requite. Vessel that is seen leaving Morley, or leaving to the Isles, does not want to be shown up on records. We were all told to not talk about once we got on board. The person who's running it, I think it's Nitxentia or Hakran. Major, General, one of those two. They're people who are heading it up. And from how the ship exploded, I wouldn't be surprised if it's some sort of voidy, weapony thing that they put on the ship. Anyway, unless they just have a big gun, which could be true, but also, I don't know, it seemed a little weird.
That would make sense. Morley has a pretty extensive void-based weapon research program, and they have one void of a spy organization, for the lack of a better word. They are notoriously hard to capture. So any information related to their doings is greatly appreciated. I am fairly certain that they possess a spike as well.
Okay. Does Sav know that there's 9 spikes at this point?
No, but you would know that there are 8.
8. I don't think he's clever enough to self-count in his head. He maybe will later.
Fair.
Okay, has spike. So we have one at Seaport. And they had the 3? That's 5. Okay. Anyway, yeah, okay. Let's see. Ooh. Guys, know about Anton yet? Anton and the broker?
Oh. Why do you guys call him that? I mean, I've told you all his real name. That's just the name that he bestows upon himself.
Oh, what was his name again? Was it something silly?
Yeah. Shoot. His last name is Polino.
Polino. I would see why he would change it. I would change that name too. And
yeah, that's actually all that we know. We don't know his first name. Mr. Polino. It's
Mr. Polino. There we go. Mr. Polino. Onyx. Cool. Anyway, Anton's like void shriveled by him. And now he can basically hear through Anton's ears and eyes. Also, didn't he say he was going to where we're going or something? He was going to Soul Spring.
Wait, slow down.
Yeah.
You said that he can hear anything that we say, or anything that Anton hears.
Yeah, basically. Are we telling the plan to what we're going to do at Soul Spring?
Yes.
Oh, we should probably come up with a different one.
Wow. Well.
Yeah, anyway. Well, I'm glad I wasn't in on that conversation. It sounded like it would take a lot of work.
Just make sure and don't ever mention any protector stuff to him. I mean, I already don't trust him that much, but Polino is... Yeah. Anton is just an independent guy. Polino is insane.
Yep. Oh, about Mr. Polanos. Is he killable? Can we stab him? Do we need a I don't know, a really big void stake? We just keep shooting him and he dies. We poison him. LG. Wait.
Well, as far as we know, even people gifted with void powers are all killable. Like, all of them. Like, even Delilah could be killed. If that's what you want. The best that people can do is delay that death. So you've got things like people turning to rats when you kill them, and then you have to do it again. They turn into rats again. You've got people that are just incredibly durable. I've seen that with people marked by the pugilist in particular. Let's see. Some people, this isn't even just a void thing, just have really good armor on. But even if he's got void powers, which he does, he is killable.
Okay. Alright, so he's
no
not
one
so
has
much...
been able to stop a knife from behind. Not yet.
Okay. Keep stabbing him in the back. Okay, we can do that.
Well, if you are looking for ways to combat a marked individual, I don't have one available, but based on what you've told me about your life. I know you're familiar with music boxes.
Okay, yep, we can use a music box. That's always a good option.
All right, I will talk to dispatch and see if we have someone with an. We have an overseer-minded protector. He might know where one is.
Okay. Okay, and then I think that's pretty much all I need to tell Ren. Ren, I think that's all I really wanted to talk to you about. No offense. I have some questions for LG, real quick.
All right, go for it.
All right. Sav takes out his journal, flips to a certain page, puts it down. He takes out the little hootie owl, puts it down, and they just kind of stands by on the table. He's like, okay, so this is Hootie. I have no idea what's up with him. So if you have any ideas, seems to know everything. Okay, maybe not everything, but he knows practically everything. An approximate knowledge of all things. Go ask him a question. I need to hold him.
You see Ren and LG just share a glance. It knows everything? That's LG.
Approximate knowledge of everything. That doesn't mean he knows everything. That means he approximately knows everything. You ask him about economics. He knows what that means.
Economics. Hey, Hootie. This is LG. Where did Marcelina go? And he doesn't touch Hootie or anything. He just says that. He looks at Ren.
That's very poor hearing.
All right.
Okay, and if you don't want to do that, then we can move on to the next thing.
No, he grabs it. Where is Marcelina?
Well, I guess he doesn't like you.
Ren interjects. Listen, Sab.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'll just take it. It's fine.
Are you taking drugs?
I'm not taking drugs. Do you think I'm stable enough for drugs? I'm gonna put bits of void in my body? That's not a good idea.
That's right. It isn't. It'll kill you. She did an insight check into you saying that and rolled 3 successes. You're being honest, so she would be able to tell that, right? Right? You're not taking drugs, are you?
He's not taking drugs.
Okay. All right. I mean, could be some sort of side effect of being in the void.
Okay, I'll just take the Hootie now. Thank you. Takes away. Okay, here it is.
Wait. No, I'm curious.
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to talk to you. Hootie, do you want to talk to him?
This is Ren. Hootie does not respond.
You're saying it's been a long day of being in my pocket. I'll remember to hold you out on the breeze next sometime. Maybe he's an owl. Maybe he likes it. I don't know. I've never had one of these before. I don't know how it works. Anyway, in his pocket. So, this is some drawings of the Jade music box. Wanted your opinion on what you thought about it, any information, any stuff like that.
Now, let me take a look. I believe Ren had some information for you, but let me take a glance first. She's going to look at the drawing. This is unique. Obviously. I'm no archaeologist, but the way this looks to me is as though it's from some pre-imperial civilization. Jade, in fact, is located here in Pandysia. So it could be located on some idiot adventure, some expedition to Pandysia. Could be from one of the civilizations here. It doesn't surprise me. I mean, the ancient music is something that, I don't know, doesn't surprise me that someone else found it before we did.
Okay.
Lead to an interesting revelation. That means that somebody a long time ago, like 40 years, traveled to Pandysia and got this thing.
You said it was... I mean, that's true. Someone would have to get it.
Right.
And getting it to the Isles. But I guess I'm interested in the fact that... I mean, someone... Like you said, it was it was a Pandysian like, Empire time. So, like, that means
it could be from Pandysia. It could be from a time before the Great Burning. Again, pre-imperial. So, I mean, there were folks on the Isles before the Empire, obviously. So it could be them. Could be Pandysian. I'd probably suggest taking this to someone that knows a little bit more about archaeology.
Okay.
I did pass archaeology, but not with flying colors.
Okay. Alright, so that just closes the book. It's in his coat. Ren, did you say you had some information for me?
That I did. So I believe I told you a little bit about the history of that thing, right? Or at least who owned it last.
No, you really didn't tell me a whole lot.
Didn't?
I think Argon had it, didn't he?
Yes, the person you say is Argon Marchenko likely had it, but I told you before that there was likely a cult that had it back during the Rat Plague, one known as the University Cult.
Oh yeah, that sounds familiar.
Right. I talked to... who am I kidding? You're a protector. So, we actually have a protector who that thing was used on.
Okay.
She was marked by the Outsider.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't have any sort of void experience that you went through, but she did lose her powers for quite a long time. I reached out to her, and it sounds like that thing may have gotten into the hands of an organization known as the Leviathan Corporation. Do you know anything about them?
Would Sav know anything about them? I feel like maybe... Okay, yeah. Oh, Leviathan Corporation. I think a little bit. They were stationed in... Morley, right?
That's right.
Like,
yep.
Like a... a void group.
Yeah, they were a company led by a man named Miles Severin. They're the cause of the void crisis. So they were experimenting with a lot of technology they shouldn't have been using. Lots of arcane stuff. They took the slab as well as the knife. It was used to create the Outsider and worked with. Here's some high level conspiracy for you. Queen Ethne of Morley, the last queen of Morley. She tried to become the Outsider.
Really?
Failed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It went very poorly. Leviathan Corporation is also technically the first corporation to invent airships. They're the reason that Voidrite is so popular nowadays. They mined it straight from the void itself, which was a horrible idea. Absolutely led to the Void Crisis. But now the crisis is over and Voidrite's still here. So I guess that's just what we have now. But they have the widest collection of arcane artifacts anywhere, like even compared to Abbey archives, heretical archives. So they conducted a wide variety of void-related experiments, and definitely pushed the boundary way too far in that regard. So it does not surprise me that they had this.
Yeah, interesting. So the university cult. What were they about? What was their goal? What they like to do?
Actually, relating to that, Dr. Atlee was a member of this cult.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's very aptly named. It was located at the University of. Oh shoot! I should remember this. Give me a second. Gotta look up the lore. Yeah. Located near Old Lamprow, Bristol, center of Bristol. Standard cult business. Study the void. Actually, try to speak with the Outsider. Their leader. What was his name? Giles Axman. Stereotypical rat plague cultist kind of guy. Driven crazy by the desire to speak to the Outsider, would pay any cost. Human sacrifice, human bone charms. He used the Jade Music box on our protector and stole her powers. Which probably means that Argon has the same powers that you do, if it worked in the same way. Oh, shoot, I really should have realized that. Good connection. Good work.
What you're saying is... this is going to be fun. All right. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
University
then.
cult was a variety of students and professors colluding to bring a new era of void-related influence. Again, stereotypical cult stuff.
Okay. And then the protector that you mentioned, she didn't get her powers back. Any sort of linkerings of that?
Well, she has her
side
powers
effect?
back. Giles Axman is dead.
Oh. So how'd you guys get her powers back?
Giles Axman is dead. He died. Powers went back.
Well, that's easy. Okay. Cool.
I think. I didn't read the full report.
Okay.
She might have more information. She and her husband might be interested in meeting you.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that would be. I always like meeting brother. I like. It's a. I like to. It's weird. Don't worry about it. Anyway.
Well, I mean, they were both marked by the outsider, so.
Yeah, I always like to meet people like me. And
anything else you had for us? Any voidy questions?
Voidy questions. Do human bone charms work?
No, don't entertain.
I'm meaning in a situation where I need to cut off my arm to survive. It work. It's only mine.
Ren gives LG a look, and you can see it's weird. He's trying to contain his excitement. Okay. So in a dire situation, that does work. It has been done before.
Okay, in a dire situation, chop off arm. Got it. Okay.
Maybe pursue other avenues first.
Pursue other avenues, then chop off arm. Okay. Best.
Listen, there was... Okay, here's a lesson for you. There was one guy who escaped from a Tavian prison, which is an oxymoron, I know, but this guy escaped from a Tavian prison with a friend of his, and he's stuck in the middle of this Arctic desert, pretty much, and he needs to go very fast, very quickly, or he's going to freeze to death. So he kills his buddy, turns him into bone charms, and he travels off the reflections in the ice. I kid you not. But he ends up just maliciously deformed by the end of it. That's why they're called corrupted bone charms. They pay, or you have to pay a price to use those things, which maybe in a time like that, in a dire situation, it's worth paying the price.
Okay.
Just maybe don't go killing Heisel and Anton for bone charms, okay?
I'm not gonna kill Heisel and Anton for bone charms.
All right.
I really think that I didn't make a plan for that. If the four of us are stuck, we all know who's going out first. Me, because I'm protecting everyone. That was the implication. That wasn't stop.
Here, I thought you meant Jacob Reed.
Same.
I mean, that was the medley. That was the implication. Yeah.
All right, good. Hey, you're a protector. You protect people.
Yeah. If the Raven turns evil, never mind. We'll just move on. All right.
You can't just start that.
See you guys.
Excuse me. What?
No,
the Raven turns evil.
Staff starts to leave. Just in case he's turning evil, like while we're in a different situation. You know what? I'll just play it by ear. That's exactly
Thanks,
what
I
guys.
was about to say.
I'll see you.
Yeah. Goodbye. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some carrots.
Okay.
You sounded so excited about carrots.
All right. Okay. So,
If the Raven were to turn evil, that's such a good hypothetical.
Yeah.
Are you planning to sacrifice the Raven?
I mean,
Sometimes.
it's a little, in a last case resort.
Wow, after he sacrificed his liver for Anton and everything.
I'm gonna need more of your body. Thank you.
That sounds so wrong.
I feel like he would give it to me, though. Made it sound really good. Really good thing.
Alright. Anything else you had planned, Shab?
I think he talks to Anton, I think he talks to Anton. He gets the ship's frequency, because I don't think I have a time when he went and did that, so he just made sure that I got that. Where do I have frequencies? So many notes. Oh well. Ship.
I'm glad that Anton wasn't in on that conversation. Let me just tell you.
When Sab goes to where
Doesn't mean he
Anton
hasn't
is.
considered doing the same thing before.
Please, no confirmation that it'll work.
No. However.
There wasn't going to be a however.
Anton.
Okay, how would you travel through reflections to get to get whalebone?
Well, no, I'm saying because I can't find the whalebone, substitute human bone.
Oh. Wow. Yep.
Anton's like, I want some whalebone because I want to practice my bug repellent bone charms. And he's like, well, I don't know. And then he can't find any. And then he kills someone, uses their bones. He's like, guys, it repels bugs and it's made of people.
Wow.
Well, if that doesn't deserve to go in quotes and highlights, I don't know what
Okay, so Sab also goes to where Anton is and knocks on his door.
Who is it?
Sab.
Come on in, I suppose.
Sab opens up the door. Hey, Anton. Did you get the silvergraph?
I did.
How are the pictures coming along?
Well, I wanted to know who everyone is in it.
Oh.
There's someone in a mask, and I'm
worried
I know
yeah. Don't worry about him. Well, we'll worry about him, but, like, I kind of knew that was going to happen. It was weird.
Who is it?
It is. We called him Knight. His real name was Terrace. Is that right, Spencer?
Close. Put a T at the beginning.
Terrace?
Turris.
Turris. Yeah, that was Turris. He was weird. So yeah, he always asking stuff. So yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so that's Argon, the big in the middle. That's Sibel. You probably never met her. That's Sibel. She kind of sucked. There's Emmett, Pellon, Flintlock. That's me, and that's Sherry. Yeah, I think that's everyone. Any other questions or?
Met Sherry. Jeez. Well, she is more of a character than I thought she'd be.
That is a sentence. What do you mean?
I thought she'd be like a normal doctor. Seems like she's maybe a little bit more of a vengeful doctor than I thought she'd be.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean,
as far as I understand, it was her idea to knock me back out.
Oh my gosh, you have a tattoo of a raven on your neck.
Yeah, that was...
Why do you have a tattoo of a raven on your neck?
I blame
Don't
Sherry.
you know we're being hunted?
Well, that's not...
Did anyone see you when you were breaking into the house?
Yes.
Did you have the neck tattoo at that point?
Yes.
Okay, Seb takes off his scarf. Here, put this over your neck, alright?
Thank you.
I don't seriously. Okay, fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Fine.
It's maybe not the worst of our problems at the moment.
It's not the worst of our problems right now. Okay. Yeah, that's... Where did you get a tattoo?
Well, I went to get my liver fixed. It kind of spiraled out of control from what it sounds like. You heard that Jacob Reed gave me part of his liver?
You let Jacob Reed give you part of his liver?
Yeah, that's... When I heard that he had done that, I was already out when he decided to, and then woke up and found out, and it was a bit of a realization to wake up to. And immediately knock back out, wake up with a tattoo.
Wait, why did they knock you out?
Apparently because I wasn't grateful enough.
weren't grateful that someone gave you a part of their liver?
Well, I was just coming back out from under it. Wasn't expecting to have Jacob Reed give me part of his liver.
Yeah, that sounds like Sherry.
Bit of a surprise.
She had a fun streak, definitely. Anyway, just don't let people see you with the neck tattoo. Alright,
Well,
enjoy your orange scarf. Have leaves, basically.
is there anyone that you need information about more than others? Is there a priority list?
I would say Argon, number 1. Emmett, Sherry. Well, you kind of probably have Sherry. Or, yeah. It doesn't work if they're wearing masks or stuff like that.
Unfortunately, it really does have to be their face.
Okay. Alright, so you can do them 3. Guess you could do Sherry. Does it work on dead people?
That's a good question.
Could just... That might be useful, I mean, in case it has something like their last thought. That would be fun to know. Anyway. Oh, any other questions?
What are you planning to do at this point?
Oh, I'm gonna kill Argon.
What about the rest of them?
Man, I feel like some of them are gonna die. Probably gonna try and protect Argon, or maybe they'll just be around.
Do you want them to die?
Yeah, I'd like them to die. That'd be nice.
You don't wish any of them would feel bad? Try to be friends again?
And Sherry felt bad. She only gets off because she didn't want to do it. Like, she still decided to betray everything we believed. Okay? So this wasn't about... It wasn't... Listen, there were a lot of things going on, and the little tipping point was the fact of throwing me into the void and setting me there for 10 years of nothing but pain and horror, okay? That's the tipping point. She is close, okay? Because we were good friends, because it would hurt if I had to kill her, okay? That's why she gets to still live.
Is there no possibility you could be friends again?
No. They chose... made choices? Didn't just betray what we were there for, or what we were doing. They betrayed me. Everything they knew it would mean.
They knew what?
They knew what it would mean.
Just seems like it's an awful situation. I don't know what that'd be like.
Yeah.
Is
It's
there
like
anything-
if you found your family again after you thought they were lost, and then they all decide that you should die. That's what it's like. You should systematically be tortured and die. That's what it feels like, okay? I'm gonna go out on deck. Sorry, I got yelly.
I just can't imagine what that's like.
It's okay. Yeah, I know it's not your fault.
It's not your fault either.
Yeah. I never really got a good life. I think you get marked by the outsider. This power. I think you're this lucky person. But it feels like things just flipped into even scales. I guess I didn't do anything with things were good or didn't do enough. I don't really know who. Never mind. I don't remember a lot of stuff about my childhood. Anyway, I'm gonna go.
Thank you for the rune, by the way.
You're welcome. I think you'll need it.
Probably.
That just leaves. And goes on deck. Or he goes to probably... Yeah, he probably goes to the Raven's room and just...
Come in.
That will be through. Do you have whale oil?
Oh, I thought you wanted to see how I was doing. Yes, I have whale oil.
Okay, where is it?
Oof.
It's over here, right? Sam goes over to where his thing is. His desk. Just starts rifling through it.
I mean, you could ask me for it first.
Yeah, I did. Can I have your whale oil? I need to fill up my little leg holster thing.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. It sounded like you were asking something.
That turns. I was asking, could I please, Raven of Arganica, could I please get some whale oil for my dang leg?
Why didn't you say so? Sure, go ahead.
Thank you.
It's right over there.
Ab takes that, fills up his little leg thing. I'm not sure how. I guess, is whale oil liquid?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It just, yeah, it looks energy-ish, but, like, I guess that makes sense. So he fills up his leg with it. Puts it back. Thanks, Jacob! Slams the door when he leaves. And just leaves. Then goes up on deck.
Jacob wants to go talk with Heisel after this.
Yeah, as you do.
She
You
was
said you're going to go talk to Heisel?
Yeah,
just
Okay.
or something.
she's gonna go over to where the room is and knock on the door.
Yeah, come on in.
He's gonna walk. Hi, how you doing?
Oh, Mr. Reed, you sound a lot worse than I am. How are you feeling?
My neck is in agonizing pain, but other than that, I'm fine. Also, where my liver was kind of hurts.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise, wasn't it? You just decided to give it to Anton.
What?
You just decided to give it to Anton just like that?
Yes, it was the right thing to do.
Be selfless of you. I'll give you that.
Anyways, he's gonna pull out the 2 runes that he picked up at the market. What are these, and what do I do with them?
Oh, where'd you find those?
It was a very, very long story at the market.
Wait, what are you showing?
The runes that he picked up. See, I had to deliver some drugs, and then I had to beat some guys up at a bar.
You what? That sounds very heroic.
See, it was complicated. They were dealing illegal drugs, and I had to stop them. And then these other guys tried to stop me from stopping that guy.
But you were just delivering drugs, weren't you?
Also, Heisel, you would know there is no such thing as illegal drugs in Pandysia.
Objection number 2, but the first objection, he was delivering drugs, and then he was beating up people for having drugs.
Only I can have drugs.
I'm sorry, I'd just been drinking a whole lot of orange juice right before I did it.
Is that supposed to...
Anyway,
some
let's
sort
look
of...
at how I got them. What do I do with them?
Well, I guess now that you're marked, you could use them. Just Spencer, would I know how this actually like works for marked people? Like, do you just hold them and concentrate on them or something like that?
It's not really established. In the game, you go into a menu and go boop, boop, and choose the power you want.
So.
Well, listen, you should...
So I don't know what exactly it looks like.
Observe them in some way. You should hold them
I will go... So you'll be able to spend them once I give you more information about what powers you actually have. I am still working on that, unfortunately, but should have that ready for next session. So you will see what powers you can spend that on, basically.
Well, I don't know precisely how you're supposed to do that because I've never had a conversation with someone who's been marked before. But what I do know is that you'll know it worked when they disappear. You're not going to be able to keep them afterwards. It's not really like that. So just try concentrating on them or something of the sort. See what you can come up with. And when you figure it out, let me know. Be curious, actually.
By the way, I keep hearing you talk about this Leo guy. Who's Leo?
Oh, yeah, that's kind of an important name for you to know. Do you know who I am, right?
Yeah, you're that lady that's not a musician.
Right, the Lady Ogre. I'm sort of in charge of this cult, the Cult of the Forgotten. Void Cult. And the man who used to be in charge of it, Leonard Glenn, is the Leo you've been hearing about. Brief Leonard Glenn. He's an outsider now, a diplomat, actually.
What?
We put him in the void.
Son of an outsider. So
I think,
kill him or what?
What?
Well, you keep talking about him like we're supposed to go get him or something.
No, we're not gonna kill him. We're looking to get him back out of the void.
Okay.
Don't kill him.
What's
Got
he
it?
like? Is he like the Dazzler at all?
Not even remotely. You sort of, you lose your personality a bit when you become an outsider. Do you want to know what the diplomat is like or what Leo was like?
I want to know what Leo is like. Or was like.
Well, I mean, it says something that he was the sort of person that could draw people from all over the continent together, and all over the Isles. He, had a sort of vision for people. He had this way of being able to bring out the best in them. I always thought he was sort of naive when we grew up together, but, it's not really that, per se. It's just that he was able to see what people could be if they just let themselves. He's the sort of person who made friends wherever he went, and really I don't know how he did it, but he drew people from Tivia, from Wagon, from... Oh, Mikhail. Mikhail was from Tivia, actually. Joined the cult from there. Dunwall from Pandysia, everywhere into the cult.
Did they do anything in Dunwall?
Well, we were more based in Marley. Alba, to be precise.
Why didn't you come to Dunwall?
I did, for a time, actually, after Leo ascended. We spent some time with Sybil Hastings up there.
Why didn't the Cult of the Forgotten do more to help us?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Why didn't the Cult of the Forgotten do more to help people like me? I grew up on the streets.
Actually, that's exactly what it was meant to do. I think the problem is just that there's so much to do, so much work, so many people to help. We were hoping that putting Leo in the void would be the answer to that problem. That he'd be able to equip people, mark them, help them be able to protect people. But it hasn't really worked out exactly like that yet. He's been getting his foot in the void still a little bit. It's not really panning out exactly like we planned.
Get him out of the void. What does that mean for all the people that need help?
It means we need to find a different way. It means that having him there isn't changing anything, isn't making anything better. Right now, what the cult is doing, those who are left, it's sort of been petering out a bit, is just what anyone could do. It's keeping an eye out for people to help. It's giving money. It's giving a place to stay. It's giving food. It's little things, but little things that mean a lot. And that can be done without him in the void. So, I guess we need Leo, the diplomat. We need him to be able to start people back up again. If anything.
Why does it have to be him? Why can't somebody else, like you, do it?
I could never. I don't think I've ever seen anyone who could do it like he could. I certainly couldn't have raised the sort of following we had up myself. And everyone's in the cult has done their part and has had an effect, but you need a head to that sort of thing. You need someone to rally everybody, to remind everybody of what we're doing and why we're doing it. And he was that sort of person. He was an organizer for everything that was going on.
I could have sworn you were doing that for this group, but...
Oh, 4 people is different than 3, 4 nations in Pantissia, you know. I'm doing what I'm doing right now out of necessity, Mr. Reed. This isn't really where I'm most at home.
Well, I'm really sorry about him.
I'm sorry I didn't catch that.
I'm really sorry about what happened to him. Sounds like he meant a lot to you.
He does mean a lot to me. Present tense. He's not gone.
Mm-hmm. Well, I hope you get him back someday.
It's not gonna be someday. It's gonna be soon. We're working towards that now.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna go to bed. I hurt everywhere a lot.
I'm so sorry. I missed the first half of that again. You're cutting it out a little bit.
I hurt everywhere a lot. I need to go get some orange juice.
It's a volume thing. Try and speak up a little bit. It's probably because of the throat thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hurt everywhere a lot. I need to go make some orange juice.
If you're hurting everywhere, I don't think orange juice is the solution. You should go talk to Mikhail.
He's not gonna
He
give
can
me
answer some of your
drugs,
questions,
is
but
he?
I could anyway.
So I guess he's gonna leave and go ask Mikhail for help with his pain.
You would see, well, Mikhail's probably in his room. Come in.
Hello.
I didn't hear that. You'd enter the door. He would be writing in a notebook and setting it aside, putting a hand on top of it. Can I help you with something?
He's gonna just walk in and just stand there awkwardly for a second. He's gonna pull a sheet of paper out of his pocket. Can I have your autograph, please?
Of course you can. Give me a minute. He's going to go through all the stuff that he packed. Here is the second draft of episode 7. And he signs it. Then he hands it to you. It's not the final draft, so there are some changes, but...
Thank you so much.
Did you guys hear that? Is it just me that he's...
Okay. Thank you so much.
I don't know why. I'm sorry. Of course.
Thank you so much, yeah.
Thank you for being with this group and for keeping an eye on all of us.
Oh, you're welcome. It's my job. Thank you for all the great work and art that you do for mankind.
Well, thank you. Does your throat still hurt?
Yes.
I would probably suggest some tea with honey. I can make some for you if you want.
Would orange juice with honey work? Maybe hot orange juice with honey.
That sounds disgusting. No. That's... Orange juice is acidic. You have a wound in your neck. That's going to really hurt.
That would make sense. That's why it hurt when I ate another chunk of my giant orange.
That'll probably do that.
Tea sounds awful,
Drink
but
tea.
I'll take it.
All right. And he would quickly make some tea, hot tea with honey. And it is excellent. He does not need to make a check for that. It's amazing. It's good tea.
I mean, he's made tea enough times during this campaign.
Yeah, he has. Kivian stuff.
Where would Sad be at?
Sab is on the deck. What time is it?
This is after the broker shenanigans. So probably like 10 o'clock. A little late.
Okay.
So Heisel would approach Sab and probably end up just sitting on the railing next to him. So,
He's like,
doing all right, Sebastian? What's on your mind?
I yelled at people again today.
Would you yell out?
Yelled at Levi or Anton a little bit.
Did he provoke it? Because sometimes you provoke it.
Not this time.
What did he say?
He was asking if there would ever be an opportunity to just, like, be friends with all the ghosts and stuff. And I got upset about it.
Obviously not going to be possible for most of them. Most of them seem like pretty terrible people.
Yeah. I think I found out. I found out that all we gotta do really is kill Argon, and I'll get my powers back.
Really?
Yeah.
Simple.
It's that simple, at least.
Do you have any idea where he is?
I think he's down south somewhere. I had like a void thing go on when I touched that rune, and I thought I saw something. It might be just the music box, but even just getting that back might be good. It might have some clues or something on it. And I feel like he would keep it with people who he would trust, and so he would probably would know where he is or something like that.
It's a shame we never got the chance to ask Sabale. I was trying to before everything went down.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah. Never been buried alive before. That's sort of a first for me.
Yeah. You're really beat up, Heisel.
Not the only one.
Sav takes a look at Heisel. If I remember, she has the hurt hand, hurt, like, hip. Is her, like... Did she get beat up by the, protectors and stuff?
The pervasion did a number.
Pervasion.
Her nose is probably still healing.
So your nose is kind of... want me to, like... I've put my nose back together before, after falling off. Well, I fall a lot. If you want, I can try and do something for that.
Oh, it's reset. It's just it's just taking some time to heal. Like, does it ever just look normal again? Do you know?
You have to reset it a few times, but mine's pretty normal. I mean, it's not really noticeable unless, like, Really
She
good.
kind of analyzes his nose for a second.
I was just about to say I will use a void point for this to create a truth, but I would say his nose does look pretty good. Maybe he's just been lucky with putting it back into place so many times.
Well, good to know there's hope yet. Wouldn't really suit the image of Lady Ogre to have a broken nose, would it?
I mean, it could work. Just you'd lean more into the witch vibe than the like mysterious vibe.
I don't think that's really the Cult of the Forgotten's avenue.
Yeah, witch has got a bad rap.
Sav.
Yeah.
Do you remember the conversation we had back in the hospital?
Yeah.
I don't want to go rubbing salt into a wound or anything. So, if this is too much for you right now, just shoot me down. But you remember how you were worried about losing the people that you cared about and how many you've already lost?
Yeah.
And how I told you I'd try to get you to go to Sherry's house next time we were in Sunline.
Yeah.
Have you thought about that?
Yeah. I've tried to. I really don't want to see Sherry.
Why is that?
I don't super trust her. I think she's probably telling the truth. She's not super involved with everyone anymore. I just get really angry when I see her. I get really more upset.
Sometimes things get a bit worse before they get better. Well, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I really have no place to, anyway. But, if you decide that it's worth pushing through that, to try and get a friend back, I'd be happy to come with you, Sam. You wouldn't have to do it alone.
Okay. Keep that in mind.
Open your court. I won't bother you about it again.
Okay.
And she'd just kind of pat him on the shoulder a couple of times. And then, pushes him off the railing and start leaving.
Sav just kind of sits there. He basically just kind of waits up there until stars start coming out, and he starts writing down the constellations. And anything anyone else is doing tonight? Do something a little bit later.
Hit a couple of things eventually, but
Sav would be doing his stuff pretty late. Like once people have gone to bed and stuff.
Where would Anton be at?
At this point, probably he's still in his room. He's probably drawing Argon right now.
You would hear like a couple of light kicks at your door.
Who is it?
Oh, do you mind opening it? Got my hands full.
I'll put down the sketchbook, open the door.
And Hazel would come in with 2 glasses of, I don't know what liquors we have on the ship, probably whiskey if it's possible.
There is a pretty wide collection of spirits on board this vessel.
Pretty nice whiskey. We're gonna go with a pretty nice whiskey.
Nice.
Brought you something.
What's that?
It's alcohol.
That sounds lovely.
Thought so. Mind if I take a seat?
Feel free.
So she'd just probably sit down like on the end of the bed or something like that. Put Anton's glass next to wherever he was working. So who's that then? Is that Argon?
Yeah. trying to start up on that.
What else have you been working on recently?
Oh, you just flip through a few of them, flip over a couple more quickly than others. There's Jennifer Casey. There's one that doesn't have a proper label. There's like something crossed out, but it's just a woman. There's the head curator. There's a drawing of a jewelry box. Sketch of Sab and Anton in the water. Ellison.
Wait. Where was that one from?
Which one?
You and Sebastian.
Oh, when we went to visit the head curator.
Why are you just lying in the water?
Well, I got a little frustrated. He had a ton of bear traps in the water.
You know what? I do remember him talking about that.
And no matter what I did, I kept stepping in them.
I'll be right back, guys.
Are you okay? It sort of sounds painful. I didn't see you limping or anything.
Not too bad. Did get... Each one wasn't the worst it could have been. It wasn't... They weren't spiky, right?
That's right. No teeth.
It just got pretty bruised after I got caught in a bunch.
Anyway, I was just here to ask, are you doing alright with everything? I mean, we're about to go to Soul Spring. Sort of seems like it would be worth checking in with you. Seeing where your head's at.
Too many places at once.
Okay, try and untangle a little bit of it.
Possibility answers, but they could be things I don't want to hear. Could be... I'm not sure if Atlee's the sort of guy who'd lie.
Well, if he is, hopefully I'll be able to tell you.
Can you always tell when someone's lying?
Well, not always. It's not a precise science. Or it depends on... Oh, you remember Lysander McCoven?
I do.
Good liar. He's a trained liar. It was hard to tell when he was lying, but Jacob Reed? Read him like a book.
Well, it's true.
He's sort of a bad example, I know.
He's an interesting example of anything.
Told him a little bit about what our real mission when it comes to Leo is. We was talking about it earlier. Hope that wasn't a mistake.
Could you repeat the first part of that?
I told him a little bit about what our real mission is when it comes to Leo. Hope that wasn't a mistake.
Why is that?
Well, he was asking about it, and I just figured I'd waited way too long to tell the rest of you. And if he's going to be traveling with us, he's going to be hearing us talking about this sort of thing, and he's going to be curious, and pieces just aren't going to fit together right.
That they don't.
Yeah. But we'll see how that happens out in the end.
Well,
if you find out something you don't want to hear from Atlee, what are you going to do?
I don't know. Probably depends on what I hear. Some things would be easier to accept than others. Easier to believe.
What are you afraid of?
I'm not sure. Anything that... I've got a lot of confusing mess in my head. I'm not sure which part of it I want to be true.
You have multiple sets of memories or something like that. Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's a good way to put it.
Well, I don't know how much of a comfort this is, but you're making new memories now. I've known you for what, 2 years now? Something like that.
True.
That 2
I
years.
still know.
It's all you. That 2 years is all you. You can be sure of it.
At least I have two.
What is one of the best things you remember from that 2 years?
Probably something recent.
Like,
Getting to know people. It's been nice.
well, when you hear whatever it is Atlee has to say, if it's something that mixes things up even further, or it's something that ends up settling things, but in the wrong way. Think about that. Remember that you have things that are yours now, things that can't be taken away from you. Good things.
It's hard to be sure of that.
Well, I mean, if you take it to the extreme, how can any of us be sure any of this is real? But
Even if I'm sure it's real, it can't be taken away.
that's been a bit of a common theme recently, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we're here now, Anton, and as far as it's in any of our ability, we're gonna keep being here and keep being together.
I hope so.
But you have that now, and that's what's important. So hold on to that if that's helpful. And if you need someone to kill Atlee for you, not great at it, but I'd be happy to help.
Depends on what he says.
Kind of sounds like a pretty terrible dude. Pretty terrible man.
Well,
Dude.
Of course, Dishonored slang.
it's hard to believe.
Chopper.
Hard to believe he could have done whatever he did to bring about the broker and me.
So, do you have any idea what that was?
Which part?
Either. He said it's hard to believe I've done it. I don't know what it is.
Could you repeat that last bit?
I don't really know what it is.
Well, Atlee himself is kind of an odd figure. It's kind of strange when you have multiple sets of memories and then someone tells you that the truth is something you don't remember at all.
I see why you need to talk with him. We can. If you're not sure if he's lying or not, how are you going to proceed?
I don't know. I guess I better be sure I know whether or not he's lying.
Well, I'll do the best I can on that front. I'm sure you can do a pretty fair job yourself. But this might not give you all the answers you're looking for. I hope it does. I desperately hope it does, but
I almost hope it doesn't.
you do.
What if you remembered having a rich life and then someone tells you they saw you dead on someone else's table? Asks you why you're human.
I'm sorry. I can't even imagine that.
I want to know what. Want to know how it fits in, but it's kind of terrifying to think about how it might.
So would you rather just leave it the way it is now?
I don't know. I feel like I have to figure it out. Can't just leave it forever.
Are you gonna be happier for knowing? Is there any possibility that you will?
I think there is. There's people I'd like to see again. If I know they're real, that'd be easier to do.
You know who they are?
Some of them.
Nikolai Graves, one of them?
Hmm?
Nikolai Graves, one of them?
I'd like to see him again. For several reasons. Few people I haven't been able to see for... I'm not sure exactly which... Not... I don't know how long it's been, specifically. He's like flipping through the sketchbook. There's a couple of photos, sketches. One of them is this one
Yeah,
that
yeah.
he keeps lingering on, and one of them is flipping through past this one a few times, but not like lingering on it.
So if he starts lingering on the one of, is it Evelyn?
Yes.
And she'd kind of put a finger on the page before you can turn it. Who's she?
The way I drew her, she's my mother.
Tell me about her. Do you remember anything?
I remember a lot. Too much.
Like what?
You know what the happy said or the less happy said?
Maybe a little both. Certainly help me see what you're going through a little better.
Well, on the one hand, she might have been my mother from Tivia. Helped me. Always providing tutors and helping me pursue my interests, learning art. On the other hand, she might have been my aunt. Took care of me after my mother passed away. Kept me fed, even though times were not the easiest.
You remember both of them? Or is it just that you can't figure out which?
I remember both, and I can't figure out which is what.
It's the same person in both.
Basically, the same person. Few differences.
I can't understand or seem to understand what's going on exactly in your head. And I don't think you do either, so
I don't.
pretend that I've got answers for it. But when we get there, we'll follow your lead with Atlee. Whatever that ends up looking like.
Can't tell you what it will, but I appreciate it.
Just, if it's too much, then leave. You don't have to hear everything. You don't have to have all the answer.
I'll take that into consideration.
Sorry, I'll let you get back to Oregon. I just wanted to check in.
Thanks.
Let me talk about anything, alright?
I will.
And she'd, drink her whiskey and leave.
Take a survive check, both of you.
Survive what?
Boldly,
Resolve?
forcefully. What's that?
Resolve?
No.
2 successes.
1 success.
Faisal, you're a little tipsy, and Anton, you are just about drunk.
Okay.
Just about. Might not be important, but there you go.
Reed's
It
gonna come and knock
might
on the
be
door.
important. Might be relevant to the things that I wanted to do tonight.
We're going to take just a little break. Honestly, because I know it's pretty late for you guys, 3 minutes max.
Here we go.
If you guys are okay with that. If you guys cannot keep going. In just a bit.
Okay.
Alright. Stopping recording.
Oh, now we're gonna have 2 different. I'm doing pretty good.
Alright, recording.
All right. So, did any of you else have some business to take care of tonight?
Reed wants to pop in really quick, to Anton's room, while he and Heisel are wrapping up their conversation.
I mean, if you guys will allow it, I'm good with it.
Yeah, so she'd just be saying whatever about, not having to get all the answers and things like that, and you probably see her drink all the whiskey.
Hey guys. Anton, what's your favorite animal?
What?
What is your favorite animal?
I don't have one?
You don't have a favorite animal.
I hadn't thought about it.
Okay, if you could pick any animal that you could, I don't know, that you would, I don't know, if you were to die and be eaten by any animal, what would it be?
Bill.
Bill? Okay, thanks, bye. Then he's gonna leave.
You're going to get a tattoo of Bill, aren't you?
Heisel would, poke her head out and say, wait. You can't just ask a question like that and then just leave.
Why not? I just did.
Well, you haven't left yet. Why don't you tell us what you're talking about?
No, I don't know, it's just an honest question. If I ever were to die, a horrible, painful, grotesque death, have my limbs torn from my body, and have my entrails spilled out on the streets, I would want to be eaten by a flock of ravens.
Flock of ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Is that why you picked the Raven of Argonica?
No, I didn't pick it.
Wait, what?
No, the newspaper picked it for me, and then it kind of grew on me. And now ravens are my favorite animal. Before it was lizards.
Lizard or Argonica.
You know,
That's his arch enemy.
I'll give you this, Jacob Reed. I don't think I've ever got you figured out. Every time I do, just something else comes up. Oh, keep going with that.
You'll find him full of surprises.
I've seen.
All right. Anybody else have some things to take care of?
Is everyone going to bed? 'Cause that's when. Oh,
No.
Anton, you can go.
I needed paint. And
Oh.
wait, no, I'm going to talk to Ren first.
All right. Ren would be packing her stuff up. She's not going to hang around the airship for too much longer, but...
Yeah, this was quick.
Okay.
So he's going to go up and pull up the right glove.
Ooh.
So I noticed that the broker knew what we were doing.
Yeah.
Are we continuing on with the same plan?
Good question.
Do you think he talks?
What do you mean, talks?
The broker.
I mean, he
He'd
talks.
communicate? I mean, do you think he'd communicate?
I don't think so. He's like a more annoying outsider, or at least that's what he's trying to be. That's his whole thing. He is trying to be a facsimile outsider. He appears when he wants to. And I'm positive that if you just try to talk to him, he'll never be found. But expect him the least. That's when he'll probably show up. Probably. I'm not an expert in the guy. We do want him dead, though. Did not know he was the frequency killer either. That's a bit of a revelation.
He has spoken through radios a lot.
He has?
Yes.
This is news to me. What do you mean?
I've heard his voice from the radio.
From the radio. Huh.
Or in radio. In the style of a radio?
Interesting.
He made it sound like a radio advertisement at some point.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain.
And it was the whole deal thing, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. He's probably heard our plans. Probably hear this. Hello. I guess. But I think you guys handled him. He ran away. Like the coward that he is. You guys saved that opera singer. And I won't say escaped unscathed, but you're alive. Not everyone who has encountered him can say the same. You are a splinter in his eye, while he has his sights on becoming omnipotent and omniscient. You've proven that he can't do whatever he wants. Listen, if he shows up at Soul Spring, I think there's too many threats there for him. There's you guys, and there's already protectors over there.
He slipped away, though. How did he do that? How much do you know about him?
Most of what I know is because of what he's done to our people. I won't say more because he's listening. But this I can publicly say. His movement, his traveling long distances, I'm certain part of it is through his corrupted mark that he has on people. But I also know he travels through the void. When he completely disappears, he goes to the void, which makes sense with the whole insanity thing. I mean, definitely gives me a little bit more respect for Sab. Sab was in there for 10 years. This guy, I don't think that much. Nowhere near that much.
How's it possible for him to just decide to go to the void? Just slip away into the void?
Good question. That's probably something for Atlee. It's a power we have never seen before, and none of the outsiders that we know of can grant that power. So basically, to travel to another destination, he'll go into the void and try and navigate it to get to wherever he wants to go. That's incredibly hard to do. And chances are it probably leads him to the middle of nowhere most of the time, which is why I think he benefits from being marking folks. I think. Just a theory.
Do you suppose he'd be able to get to Soul Spring because I'd be there?
Yeah. What exactly did you say?
When
He mentioned the Soul Spring comment.
I think you heard everything I heard.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was there. I don't think he would want you dead, is the thing. You're marked. People he kills, I mean, that's what we've seen tonight, are people that refuse his deal. You've accepted it. You're of use to him. You're of use to him right now, probably. Which maybe marks me as the target, but if that chopper shows up again, I'm going to fill him so full of lead, he won't be able to travel through the void anymore without sinking to the bottom of it. I don't think that's how the void works, but I don't care.
I'm not sure how the void works.
You're telling me. That's LG's department. But generally speaking, the teleportation powers that are granted by being marked are for short distances only. And he disappears completely.
Is he marked?
I wish we knew. But I don't think so. He could be. I don't know. Well, you've spoken to him. What do you think? How has he spoken about his power? Has he spoken of it like it's something he's familiar with or something that he just has?
One of the times that he talked about it was a total lie.
Really?
Well, the deal sounded like it was going to grant a lot of power.
Right.
As if he was an outsider.
So he knows enough to make a fake claim, a fake offer, but I don't know how far that would be. I'll let my folks know to keep an eye out for him and any information regarding him. I think you guys are chasing the best lead. Actually, speaking of which, that's probably why he wants to go to Soul Spring. The same lead you guys have. I'd bet my bottom note that he wants to talk to Atlee. I mean, he's heard everything we've said, right? Possibly, I don't know. But he's heard that we know he was made by Atlee.
You think he didn't know?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell with that guy. Again, insane.
Is that Lee's MO to just make stuff and set it loose?
Good question. I don't think so. We haven't run into... Well, Again, because he's listening, I won't say what we've run into in the past, but he has worked on people that are outside Soul Spring. We've faced. That's kind of what caused us to look into this whole thing in the first place. There was one man, if you can call it that. I can talk about it since it's dead. He had no mouth. I don't know if that was something that Atlee did. But, as one might expect with someone with no mouth, silent, but crazed, had the ability to I'm sorry, I'm kind of leaning on some classified information. I would tell you this if it wasn't for the broker. This is kind of common stuff, but some of his powers were things that we hadn't seen before that were unique. They weren't something belonging to just a marked individual. He was hunting down protectors.
What?
Yeah, that's the question. We don't know. It's probably just because Atlee's pervasion. They like killing protectors. But that thing's eyes just looked like just sheer and utter hatred. I don't know if Atlee can coerce something into hating something so much, but could have been, I don't know. Maybe there was some backstory to it. I'm the kind of shoot first, ask questions later kind of person.
I get that impression.
Yeah. Looks like I forgot the ask questions part, though.
If anything changes in this department, I'll let you know.
And I'll let you know what I can as well, without jeopardizing information.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we're concerned for you, Anton. There is no one like you, as far as we have run into before. And you have proven to be, at the very least, a very resilient and at times stubborn, which can be admirable. But this whole Atlee angle is... He's been an old enemy. And to see someone with ties to him that's not some four-legged monster is strange. I don't want to say you're just important because you probably shed a lot of light on what Atlee's trying to make. Because you're also trying to figure it out, and that's good. But I think that is something to think about and talk to Atlee about, is most of the people things that we've seen him make before are inhuman. It seems like you are... Please don't let this go to your head. Something higher than that.
Higher than an inhuman.
Higher than a human.
I won't let
Sorry.
that go to my head.
Sorry. Higher than a human.
In what
No
way?
one inherently has powers. That's... I've never heard of that before.
What
Powers
about
are
the others?
bestowed by outsiders.
I thought... What... If you don't know if the broker's marked, how do you know he's not the same way?
He's insane. He may be... You know, that's a fair point. He is a person, at the very least, if you can call him that. But you seem to me logical and someone that is passionate about normal things. I don't know. Something went wrong with the broker. Excuse me, Mr. Polino. He is... Maybe he was insane before. I don't know. But You have the power to stare into the souls of people. Huh. I might have a lead to look into on that.
That brings about anything, I guess. Let me know if you can.
Oh. It'd be nice to figure out a way to make sure he's not listening, but... Oh. Hopefully you guys kill him.
Sounds like a lot of people have the goal.
Sounds like it. You can't keep getting away with this. I think it'll catch up. No offense to Mr. Bertrand, but a lot of the targets that at least the frequency killer has picked on have been people that have been pretty weak. And you're not that. And especially your friends aren't that.
Well, that much is true.
Luck in tracking him down.
Well, we might not need it.
Yeah.
He might track us down.
Sounds like it. Best of luck in dealing with him, then.
Thanks for letting me know what you can.
Yeah, of course. I'd love to tell you more. Never thought you'd hear me say that, did you?
No, I can honestly say I didn't.
Fair enough. And she'd throw her pack over her shoulder and start to leave the airship.
I'm gonna wait a bit. When she's fully gone, I'm gonna go get paint, which is unrelated. But I just don't want to awkwardly follow her.
Simplifying it, do you need like an entire new paint set or like specific paints?
Probably a full paint set.
Okay,
I
full
don't think I
set.
currently have it any, because I think they all burned.
Do you want something like premium, something decent, or something adequate?
Thing that matters most is that the pigments are the actual pigments.
Okay, all right.
That they're like, I guess I'm gonna go for high quality because there's more pigment in high quality paints.
Okay. That'll probably run you like 200 notes.
And I have the 750 from the gold.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Okay.
You don't have to worry about like exchanging that. Just like the games, when you pick up something valuable, it just registers as money.
Convenient.
So I have no reason to go do that whole drug deal and that bar fight if I had the 750 notes.
That's accurate.
That's right.
But Sat, I guess we didn't give it to you until after that.
Did Jacob Reed mention where the black market was? So I still would not know that.
Make a perception check.
Yeah. Because that was the second thing was I was just going to try to find the black market again. Oh, 3 successes.
It's very easy. There are literally signs everywhere.
Oh.
In fact, some of them are blatantly obvious. You kind of think to yourself, is this really a black market? It might not be illegal. It just might... It might actually be capitalizing on the shady identity to increase its sales.
Nice. So I'm going to visit the black market.
All right. You can see the person behind the kind of bank teller counter. What can I help you with?
What do you
Something
have?
for every occasion. Elixirs, grenades, spring razors, runes. Ideally, I would say bone charms, but I still need to brainstorm more more powers for that sort of thing. Spiritual remedy, if that's your thing. I've got Void Fiend, I've got weapon upgrades, armor upgrades, whatever you might be looking for. That's an interesting question. I do, as a matter of fact. You're not interested in buying just a rune?
You have runes?
Yeah. You didn't hear me? It was in my spiel.
It was in his spiel, Levi. Come on.
Yeah.
Are they real?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Are they real?
Of course they're real. Not gonna make much money selling fake runes.
Show me.
We would flip a button and part of the kind of the caged area would roll up as almost like a miniature garage door. Just rolls up and you would see various items for sale. And you would see a couple of runes stacked on top of each other. And you could roll a perception check to view it much more closely, but even just being next to them, you would hear the pretty distinct sound of Void Song.
How much is this, and how much is Whalebone?
200 per rune. And Whalebone, I'm not gonna... Normally this would be measured in, like, how heavy it is, but I don't have time to figure out how heavy a certain chunk of whalebone is. So, like in Dishonored 2, it just has, like, units of whalebone. So, 1 unit would be 50 notes. A rune consists of, I believe, 4 units.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, it'd be cheaper than that. It'd probably be 30 notes per unit.
How much would I need for a bone charm?
Again, actually, it depends on the bone charm. If you want to make a single bone charm, you can make 1 single bone charm out of 1 unit. Plus 1, that'll be 4 units.
Okay. So there's 4 people in the party. So if I got 4 units, that'd be 120.
Sounds like a deal.
Could I get a discount if I got both runes and whalebone?
Make a persuasion check. Talk. I don't know what style you'd apply.
Boldly?
Yeah, you said that pretty boldly.
I don't think I have a focus for this. So that's just 2 successes.
$450.
Deal.
All right. Here you are, good sir. Stop again at any time.
Gonna go back to the airship.
All right. And is that it for errands? Oh, wait, Sab, you had something, right?
I have one more thing too. That'll probably be before everyone goes to bed.
Okay. Well, let's do Heisel first, because you're waiting for everyone to go to bed, right, Sab?
This is just going to be super, super quick. Is there a way to transfer money to people in the Dishonored setting?
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, there's bank transfers.
And I'm going to transfer 1,500 notes to Max and Kenrick.
Did you say 1,500?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
Noted.
loaded.
And then at Double Cross Messengers, I'd like to send him a short note that I will just send to you.
Okay, sounds good. That note will cost you 5 notes.
Oh no.
What?
Oh no.
Yeah, it pays to use the telegraph. Well, it's radio, but
Oh, wait. Sorry.
you know what? It's probably like 2 notes.
No. I don't even worry about that. I meant, does Double Cross do telegraphs? That's
So what they do is they have a radio system basically, but you would radio another station, and then they would write down the message and then just hand deliver it. So it's a bit more secure than just having an open radio message that can be intercepted by anyone else. So think of it like a combination between a telegram and a radio.
Okay, yeah.
They have a secure channel.
Let's do that.
All right. Noted. Sab, go for it.
Okay, first, this is not my plan to do, but it's probably important. Sab is going to put his knives, I'm just going to say where he puts all of his knives. So He has one in his little sheath that he has. He has 2 in his coat. There's one that he kind of hangs on like his side, so like it looks like he actually has one weapon at least. Well, he has a sword also over there, but he has one knife. Are they like? Can he put it in his boot somehow?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. He's got one there. The last one, the 6th one, he actually takes into the little weapons hold that they have with the little like gun that when it's put right, it opens the vault.
Yep.
So he basically opens it up and he puts one in there like behind. I guess he just puts it in the vault, to be honest. Just closes it and then closes the thing on it so he knows that it's on the ship, along with his cudgel under the bed.
Okay.
And so that's just side stuff. What he actually does is he first goes to Anton's place and knocks just kind of quietly.
This is after he's asleep?
Just seeing how asleep he is, I guess. Is he very asleep, or is he kind of asleep?
Probably just kind of asleep.
Can I roll perception to see if I hear this knocking and noise going
on? Yeah. It's gonna be pretty hard. It's gonna be like he did it pretty quietly. And you're implied to be asleep. So probably 3 is the difficulty.
Nope.
Cool.
Okay. Sab's mostly checking to see if Anton is asleep. So he kind of opens up the door a little bit and just looks in on him.
Does Anton lock the door at night?
Not.
Okay.
Does he look asleep?
Probably.
Okay. Sab just shuts the door. He goes down to the Raven of Argonica's room, and he just goes to open the door and, like, sneaking kind of quietly.
Roll a stealth check. Move quietly. Move, stealth, and then, it's move quietly, right?
Quietly.
Stealthily.
He fails on both of those.
So you're trying to get into the Raven's room?
Yes.
You failed everything.
Yep. I failed.
Okay.
Complications, so I'll take that.
No complications?
Yep, no complications, so.
Okay, you're just loud.
Just loud.
There are probably some creaky boards. Well, no, it's mostly steel. You possibly close the door a little bit too loud, but anyone who is more than 1/8 awake is probably going to hear hear you, at least in the vicinity, which is everyone.
Oh. Okay.
So,
Raven, are you awake?
well, as soon as he heard noise, Brady is going to jump out of the bed and try to tackle the dark figure he probably sees in his room.
Oh,
Right.
it's me.
Roll a fight check.
He's already dove to tackle.
Okay, can Sab, like...
Oh,
Contest it, yep.
Concess to just kind of grab him or something?
Doing okay.
Alright.
Roll.
I'm gonna do forcefully, because I'm catching him.
3 successes.
Oh dear, 1 success and 1 complication.
Alright. You are tackled. And as you are pinned to the ground, in this scuffle, your legs kick around as the Raven of Organica tackles you. And you kick something very, very heavy. It's very easy to see what you just hit because it's glowing bright blue. It is not glowing red, so it is not going to explode.
Okay.
But it wobbles just a little bit and almost falls down. Part of the outer glass casing cracks.
Says the oil! It goes to kind of steady it.
Alright, Jacob, what are you doing?
He's
Or,
gonna start,
Jacob Reed.
I mean,
Sorry.
he tackled him. I assume he's like sitting on top of him in like an MMA.
So I guess
Yeah.
Sab's...
And you know it's, oh shoot, this is Sab. It's me.
He's still attacking him.
Oh, then Sab's like, no, the oil, it's me! It's Sab!
What are you doing?
I was gonna wake you up, we were gonna make a battle plan, because Anton's asleep! Tries to say that...
Anton is definitely awake now.
Yeah.
And definitely heard that. He's right across the hallway. No check required.
yeah.
Oh. Shh, I have an idea. And Reed's gonna get up and he's gonna pull one of his tranquilizer darts out.
Mm-hmm.
Sam just looks at him.
He's gonna walk.
And then just like opens up the door and goes to Heisel's room and is just like kind of shaking his head. And like if Anton's door like opens while Sab's walking by, he just kind of mouths sorry and like keeps going.
He's gonna go knock on Anton's door.
Anton?
I'm not gonna answer.
He's going to try to open the door.
It opens.
Anton is in bed.
Anton!
You know, like
He's
turn
gonna
over.
walk over and start shaking him. Anton, are you awake?
Face down.
No.
Good, then this shouldn't hurt. And he's gonna stick him with the tranquilizer dart.
Oh no.
Make a survive check, Anton. I normally will not do this when it comes to player versus player thing, but I am getting a chaos dice for that. You do not tranquilize your friends, even if they're friends.
Under this particular circumstance, it kind of makes a little sense.
No, it doesn't.
And we'll tell him next time.
The broker is listening.
I got nothing.
Oh,
That's why we're doing it.
I got nothing. That's also why I didn't try to argue
get
with
it.
all.
Ask someone to
We could have asked
not
him.
participate in the battle plan.
He could have.
I'm taking a chaos dice. I'm sorry.
If you would explain why, or maybe he already had that plan of not participating in the planning, but you didn't
These are all
ask.
probably true.
But I will say, I have a resolve focus. I didn't try to argue it because I figure Anton would be like, well, okay, whatever.
This isn't resolve.
Like he doesn't want it that bad.
Yeah.
And I'll also roll to nothing. No
All right.
concessions.
Nope. You're out. I will probably say we will probably pick up session next time. It's getting pretty late, and Rachel has work very early tomorrow.
Hey, come on, don't pin this on me. I will stay up as late as session goes. I love session. Session is...
No, pin it on me because I actually care about your well-being.
Oh, don't do that.
Too bad, I just did. And I'm sure some of you have work tomorrow too. Right? You guys have jobs. Some of you.
Mine starts Thursday.
Okay.
Keep pushing it back.
Yeah, probably be a good thing.
Makes me sad.
But,
Yeah.
you all will do the battle plan next session. And hopefully arrive to Soul Spring.
Cool.
All right. I'm glad you guys are all prepared. I'm looking forward to this very much.
It's gonna be
Should I
good.
end recording or?
Yeah, we're done.